Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Sylver Tech Space community today. Happy New Year to everyone. So, hi, Ernest, are you there?
Present.
All right. Rodrigue, how is it going? Everything okay from your end?
No, no, I'm cool, sir. Everything is cool, sir.
Happy New Year, man.
Uh,
Great.
yeah. Same.
Thanks. Yeah, Desmond, Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir.
All right. Nice. Guys, over here today we have the founders of Sylver Tech Space. And we're coming together today, beginning today is January 2nd, 2023, and we're coming together to discuss some of the things that we're going to be doing this year to provide content for you guys out there. And it's going to be more of tech-based software projects that we're working on, and we can provide you guys with some of the educational uh, video content of some of the work that we're working to educate the public about it. So we will first of all begin by introducing ourselves before we talk about the platform, so that you guys can always come on it and have access to some of the contents that we'll be producing, guys. And before I start with my self introduction, I'm going to begin by saying that we will apologize for network connectivity, because we will sometimes have a perturbation with our network, guys, because we are located in different geographical locations, and we will be having network issues from time to time. So that's it pretty much, guys. So my name is Paul Njwabe. I'm a Scrum Master, an Agile Scrum Master. So pretty much I'm into software development, uh, coordinating the planning, the building of software development by developers, coordinating the testers, and also coordinating the releases of software development projects and the best practices around building software development projects, guys. And I've also been into DevOps engineering as well. So uh, seeing how we can best utilize the software tools that can help enhance the CI/CD pipelines of different projects that they're working on from one organization to the other, and pretty much. So that is the brief part about me. I'm into so many other things as well, and so as we move forward, we'll discuss some of those things. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give the opportunity to Rodrigue, or maybe Rodrigue, do you want to start to tell us about yourself? I'm also a founder, guys. I'm also a part of the founder, a member of the founders of the Sylver Tech Space. So today, all of us here, we are all founders of the Sylver Tech Space, guys. All right, Rodrigue, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Sure, sir. Hello, guys. Happy New Year. I'm called Ndangan Rodrigue, still a student in the School of Engineering in the Software Engineering Department. So I'm pretty much based on web development, and some of the project I'm working on. Yeah, I've worked on e-report management system. And the one I'm currently working on is a facial recognition attendance system, which takes the attendance of employees or students by matching their image with us in a database. So, thank
All right, nice. So did you say you have worked on e-report reporting systems? Is that it?
you. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's nice. And you currently have a
Yeah,
project that is a facial uh,
recognition.
recognition project that tracks uh, the presence, is that it? And record
That,
the presence of people, is that it?
exactly that track the attendance of employees automatically by matching their image with that in the database.
Ah, okay. Nice.
And you also pop up the times.
Okay. Yeah, it tracks the times and also matches their facial recognition with their information from the database. Is that it?
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
nice. Okay, we'll go ahead. Desmond, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Hello, guys. Happy New Year. My name is Mbundesmon, and I'm a student studying artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I'm one of the founder of Sylver Tech Space. And I've been working on some projects which I like experimenting on different projects. I don't focus on a particular thing. So I've been working on UVAs like drones, RC planes, and also terrestrial robots. I've worked on automatic trash cans and many other projects. But currently, there are two projects I'm currently working on. And one of the project is it's a hardware project where I'm building an automatic hand washing machine, and it is Arduino based, whereby you can go there, it gives you soap, water, and when you wash your hand, it also dries your hand automatically. Then also, I'm working on an application whereby this application is to like can be used for in a subdivision, which gives information about like villages in that subdivision, goes down to like quarters and a brief introduction about that village, and I'm still getting more information about that. So that's what I'm working on now.
Oh, okay. So is it going to be like a community-based application, and you are still at a requirement gathering phase? Is that it?
Yes, I'm all, yeah, exactly. It's a community based, and this application is going to be some sort of offline application whereby you can use it even in rural areas without internet connection. All those types of
Wow.
things, you can still have access to information.
Okay, that's nice. Great. All right. NS, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please, so we can move on.
Okay, Happy New Year, dear viewers. I'm Ben Enes, one of the founding members of Sylver Tech Space, and actually, I'm really interested in the IT domain. I've worked on several projects, several IT projects like a web development. I've worked on an e-commerce website, Success Life International. I've developed a report management system with Excel, and updates have been produced now with Visual Basics, and I've equally worked on several websites which are online, and also manage some personal projects which I'm currently working on, like the Pentesters, which is a web application that is there to train people out there in the IT domain. And one of our services is rendering cybersecurity courses and provision of HND question to the HND candidate here in Cameroon. And to attach to that, I'm equally a video editor, where I do little videos and upload on some platforms.
Okay.
So that is just a brief intro about me.
All right. Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you, NS, for being here. Thank you for introducing yourself to over here today. So we are going to go straight to the discussions for this meeting today, guys. So the goal of this meeting today is for us Sylver Tech Space founders to have a conversation around some of the plans that we have for our uh, viewers for the year. So, but before we start discussing about the plan, we want to talk about the Sylver Tech Space. What is Sylver Tech Space, guys? Because uh, probably someone may be watching this content for the first time and may not have heard about the Sylver Tech Space. So, pretty much, we've introduced ourselves from Paul, NS, Rodrigo, and Desmond. We've been into tech, and we've been working on different areas, and we decided to come together and create content around tech content, technology content, and share with community students from colleges, universities, high schools, so that they can use it to better support the work that they are working. So some of the contents that we share over here are content around software engineering, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic engineering, DevOps engineering, software development lifecycle, best practices, as well as security, and even help to show people how to sometimes create their accounts, access, and also access maybe different content, make research, and all that. Just guide people on about technology as a whole. So it's content that is going to help to support the kids, students, and professionals around the world. So that is why that is what Sylver Tech Space is all about, guys. Yeah, so some of the plans that we have for the year, I'm going to share with us some of the. We're going to discuss some of the plans. So the goal for the plan for the year is we're going to be having posting at least one video content a year. I mean per week. Sorry, we're going to be posting at least one video content per week, and this video content sometimes they'll be ranging from maybe minutes to an hour, to somewhere around an hour, right before after an hour. Then we are also going to be having some of the contents that we'll be sharing is going to be individual based. So maybe one of the members of this platform can come. We'll be having content that is posted by maybe individual from the platform, as well as collaborative content that we're also going to sometimes discuss here around our projects, and then we will post it on this platform, guys. So we are encouraging everyone to always come on this platform to check out what we have over here for you guys, students, university students from the university, college students, as well as professionals, because some of the content that we share here are typically professional content, like what we already have here right now. Some of the contents that we have here right now, how to use EC2 instances, Amazon Web Service EC2 instances, and S3, which is an image storage to host your website, right? But this particular content is just about the front end, and also that same way you can use it to host your back end of your content, and use other services like Route 53 to connect the front end and the back end and have your website hosted. And then we've had some other content like how to launch your EC2 instances, and some other one like how to create and make public your S3 AWS S3 bucket. So most these few ones are cloud-based projects. So sometimes you will see cloud-based projects here, software development projects, and also mobile application projects. You also see hardware projects like robotic projects, like the one Desmond talked about, guys. So those are the plans that we have for you guys for the year, and we are open to suggestions, and we are also open to any requests from individuals based on the kind of content that they are really interested to see. You can go ahead and maybe make your request directly from the chat section of this video, as well as we are also going to share our email from the about section. You can also go to the about section of this platform, and you can access our email and maybe write an email to us directly, guys, pretty much. So these are the plans that we have for you guys for the year, and we want to go ahead and give I'm going to go ahead and give the grant access to Ernest to be able to share his screen, and he's going to talk about some other personal projects that he's been working on. and the platform is called Pentesters. And right after that, we are also going to give the platform the access to Desmond to share with us some of the projects that he's been working on as well. Then before we move on to the next thing, maybe brief conversations, and then we before the end of the session, guys. So Desmond, NS, are you ready to take on the screen to share your screen, please? To share with us the project that you're working on personally, please.
Okay, I'm going straight forward to share my screen.
Yeah, let me grant you access. I'm currently the host.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make you the host right now, and you can go ahead and share your screen right after that. Okay. All right, I just made you the host so you can share your screen, NS.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to share my screen actually now for us to be able to view the interface. Okay. I think my browser has been displayed now.
So this is the Pentesters platform, right?
I think this is my browser that has been displayed. I want to look into the website.
Okay, yeah, we can see your screen. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So as a user, you just type in the domain name, the website link, the pentesters237.net.
So Pentesters237, Pentesters is a platform that you guys are making available content and training for people. Is that it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So once you type the website link, you are being loaded to. It takes you to the landing page.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a landing page of the pentesters. So actually, who are the pentesters? That is what everybody is looking forward to know. Who are the pentesters? I'll just say we are just a young startup. We are certified IT personnel. Due to the fact that we have some IT skills, we decided now to provide some services out there to the. We noticed many students lack past questions in order to assist them in their academic study. And many individuals in our society now are really far behind with the IT world. So we try to make that very easy on our platform. So what is our main mission is to train people on how to use the IT devices, the computer, the phone, the internet, for certain that knows how to assist their work. So actually, the pen tester, just from the name, is a type of hacker. We all know that hacking is of two categories: the white hacker and the black hacker. But the pen testers are specific types of white hackers who are based on security, are based on checking the vulnerability of a particular system, be it a software or a website or business organization, whatsoever. They actually penetrate. That is why we have the name pen tester. So a pen tester is someone who does penetration testing, and penetration testing is the act of accessing platform, checking security issues and vulnerability. And most of the time, it's being done without the consent of the individual. So that is our main purpose in society now. Despite the fact that we are out to check the security measures of a particular system, we equally notice that the world needs some services, and that is we implemented that. And if you look on our menu, we see our services. And when you click on our services, we have penetration testing.
Yeah. So, NS, sorry to interrupt you a little bit. So the pentesters is a service, is a project that like you said, pentesters are you talked about something about hacking, that you guys build security system to protect hacking. So I hope it is not like, so because when I had a conversation around around this project, so some people misinterpret it. Sometimes they were like, okay, does it mean the project is to hack into systems, or is it like building security around your work so that people can't hack into your system? Can you explain that a little bit, please?
Okay. So actually, what we are out for is to ensure security, to protect everyone on the internet, and we are like trying to like educate you on how to be secured on the internet. We are not
Okay.
out there to cause harm. We are we are like a solution to you when you are faced with a hacker or a cracker. So
Oh,
that is
okay.
our so we are
Okay.
instead as a helping hand
To protect your
because for
data.
you to yes for you to be able to for you to be able to correct a mistake, you must know that particular mistake. Yeah. So we are like how to advise people on how to work online because all of this is mostly done once you are connected to the internet.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah, on how to ethically protect yourself and your data that you use online from people from hacking your data. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And if they hack your data, you should know how to be able to get yourself out of it. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So as I previously explained about us, some of our services include penetration testing. That is like we actually visit some platforms and the security measures, and at the end we can drop a document to, let's say you're a business owner, and we discover that maybe one of your platform is secured. By the time we run our test on your platform, we can give you the vulnerabilities and we propose to you the various solutions, and from there now we see how you can then now contact us for us to implement securities on your platform. It's one of our services. Now we are equally into web development, production of static and dynamic websites and web applications for our customers, video editing to our various customers, graphic design, installation of computer softwares, training people how to use various computer softwares, just being versed with the IT domain. That are most of our services.
Okay.
And equally, we provide some online courses. Like someone may want to be trained on ethical hacking, or video production, graphic designing with visual effects. Yeah,
Okay.
this is just a summary, a brief summary of our courses.
Thank you, NS. And
Mm.
sorry, guys, like I earlier said, we're going to be having network issues. Uh, we are experiencing breaking as he's talking. The network is breaking a little bit. So, but I hope that if someone listens clearly, he can understand what he's explaining to us. I don't know. Am I breaking as I'm speaking right now?
No.
I didn't feel that.
Okay. Yeah. But when you talk, I'm hearing like you're breaking a little bit. Am I the only one hearing? There's more hearing like NS is breaking a little bit.
Was breaking a little bit, but if you listen attentively, you get all what he's saying.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
that should
So
be
some of the
our
services,
network.
yeah, absolutely. So some of the services you say some of your services are building web application for users and customers who comes up to request for it. Is that it?
Yes,
And also provide content like questions for HND students. That's higher national diploma
Diploma.
students. Yeah, to come on this platform and be able to access it, download, create accounts, and download questions, past questions for HND.
Exactly.
All right. Then you said you also partner with companies that have jobs, so you guys can advertise it on this platform so where people can access it and also go from the platform to do their application. Is that correct?
Exactly.
All right. And what about, okay, yeah, what about blocks?
Okay, blocks is just where we will be releasing a regular update.
Okay.
Yes, a regular updates. We can just, for instance, we can share some to our social media platform and want to know more about it. We will refer to our blog. When you click on our blog, then you read more about us.
All right. Good.
Yes, like on the blog, we are to display, we are still to upload the content.
Yeah, and I also see courses. You guys also offer training to organizations and individuals who want to get themselves trained around some particular courses. Is that it? Web development
Yeah,
guides, introduction to
yeah,
video editing, yeah, and then introduction to ethical hacking, introduction to editing, and also Microsoft services.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, this is nice. Yes, guys. So a little bit people are not much informed. I mean, some people are not informed about some of this concept that you guys are talking about, and so people really want to access it and maybe sign on and have some training around some of these products. So, where do you guys offer courses? Is it like you offer it like online or physical trainings?
Okay, that's a very good question. Due to the uh, the courses offered to our clients actually depends on the choice of the client. If a client comes and says, "Okay, I want an on-site training," you are going to pay the price for on-site training. If you want to receive the training online, that is why our prices are being made with an international currency, not with franc CFA, so that even in case we have a customer from the European world and wants to pay, it shouldn't be like bought himself to be converting franc CFA to his currency. We know that the dollars is one of the most popular used currency.
Okay.
So the courses are being offered on site and online. It depends
Okay.
on the availability of the customer.
Okay. So you guys can also deliver. It's like you are open to deliver training across the world. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Desmond, do you guys have some questions? And Rodrigo, do you guys have some questions around this before he goes? We move on to the other things.
Um, Actually, I don't have a question, but I just want to say, well, they are doing a great job. The site is really cool. It's cool.
Yeah. And
Thank you
viewers,
very much.
to viewers, you can also reach out to NS through this number. I think this is not. What about this number here? Is that where they can reach you out to sign up
And
for services?
yes, this is a WhatsApp number for this project, for this uh, startup,
Okay.
and the email address available also.
For the startup, nice. Okay, that's great. Perfect. Do you want to communicate other things around it before we move on to the next thing?
I think everything has been explained.
Yep.
The platform has been explained. Okay, the only thing that hasn't been explained is let me see. Yes, our portfolio, like what we have done so far. Okay, I think these are some
Mm.
of our projects being listed here.
Okay.
Web Websites that we have worked on: Event Comedies, Pharmacy, Social Reports, Success Life International, and Comment. Uh, there are some of the websites which their hosting plans according to the managers when they take over after a period of 1 year. Their hosting plan is gets it. They have to renew it. So at times it's available, at times not available. So some softwares that we develop a report card management system,
Yeah.
Azure Basis and Microsoft Access. a student attendance management system, purely Java and MySQL. And so that was just for our portfolio. That is just
Okay.
what to be
Oh,
explained.
oh yeah. People, for those who are accessing, I mean, for viewers, and maybe they should be able to access the website and maybe see more of what you guys have done from the portfolio page of the website, which is great. So, so this is going to be open for higher national diploma students. Is it only students in Cameroon or students for higher national diplomas in other countries?
I think this is just a high national diploma in Cameroon
For students in Cameroon, okay.
for students in
And
Cameroon.
you also have a, you are also looking forward to add a future where you're going to have GCE questions. Is that it? GCE question, is it just GCE question for advanced level or for ordinary level as well?
GC questions should be both advanced level and ordinary level.
Okay, past GCE questions, is that correct?
Yes,
Oh,
that's GC equation.
okay.
Uh, that that will be possible for okay. The updates for the GC we have GC ordinary level art science commercial, advanced level art science and commercial.
Okay, you have O levels art science and commercial, as well as
Mm,
advanced level art science and commercial.
commercial.
Odd questions. Okay, that's interesting. Nice, thank you. All right. Okay. Do you have anything specific you want to talk about before we move on to Desmond to show us the project that he currently has, that he's working on?
The last thing here is our live chat feature. At times, a user might log in to the website and we are not like available to attend to you. You just come with our live chat. It has some amazing content for you. If you just come and drop your message, it will just require your name. And then from there now, we can then continue communicating with you. So that's our live chat feature. That is just a demo how it works. So from there, our live chat feature is available to you 24 hours on server and it can actually guide you all through
Yeah, when I started
whatever
using it,
you
it's
need.
self-guide. It's self-guiding, right? It's self-guiding. So when you like type exactly what you want on live chat, it takes you directly to, it guides you on which page you can be able to access that particular information that you want. That was my experience with the live chat feature of the application. That was a good one. Yeah, so we are going to continue to update the public about this content each time we come up together in a session like this to discuss around some of the new things or maybe some of our projects. We are going to continue to educate and update the public about it. All right. Okay. Now we are going to move on to the next project to talk about. Desmo, are you ready to talk about your project, please?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, Ernest, before Desmo can take on, you will stop sharing. When you stop sharing, I'm going to grant access for Desmond from over here. You just stop sharing, and I will grant him access. All right.
And
Thank you. Yep. So I'm going to Desmond, I'm going to give you grant you access. I'm going to make you a host so you can share your screen. So
Okay.
yeah, Desmond is now the host. Yeah, Desmond, I just made you the host. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep, your project.
Okay. Now, as I said, I've been working on some projects which are on a YouTube channel, and I'll just briefly go there, and I'm going to now talk on the projects I'm currently working on.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry for the slow network.
Yep. I understand. I talked about it earlier. We are going to be having network issue, guys. We're having network issues. Sorry about that.
Okay, yeah. My network is really slow. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right. We understand. Sometimes we face that. Let's just be patient and it should load.
Okay, these are some of the these are some of the videos in which I've posted. I've not posted for now. And this first video was just a short video. It was just 1 minute 50 seconds talking about how you can like disable autoplay on Facebook.
Yep.
To minimize or your data from consumption, because at times when you go to Facebook, as you just enter, it's going to automatically screen, and just your data consumption is going to is will be so fast. So at times when you go there, you need to click what you want to watch. They should
Okay.
not autoplay. Yeah. So it was just that. Then this other one was during the COVID-19, I made a small robot which was able to disinfect affected areas without you going there. Like it was Bluetooth control, whereby you can control the robot with your phone. You can
Yeah.
connect it with your phone. There was even an onboard camera whereby you can sit and see a location in front using your screen, like a computer connected to the camera on board the robot.
Okay.
Then this other one, this other video was just a Bluetooth control car. Was just like for fun, whereby you can connect your phone, you drag it around, turn 360-degree, move forward, left, all those type of things. Then the
Okay.
last video down here, was an RC plane that I constructed. So I just gave a brief steps in which you can do to build a remote control or radio control plane, whereby you control it wirelessly and fly it. So
Wow.
those are the few videos that I have on my
Okay.
channel now. I'll be upgrading them with time.
Okay.
So with that,
Yeah,
I'm
so
going
I
to talk
see.
on the
Yeah, before you move on to the
yeah.
hand wash, the automated hand wash machine project, I see YouTube currently do not have a name. You still going to put a name later.
The YouTube name is just my name. Is it down here, Bundesmon. So if you just go
Bon
to YouTube
Desmond.
and type Bundesmon, it's going to take you to my channel.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, so someone can actually access these projects, the videos about these projects from your name, Bon Desmond, and from on YouTube, and can be able to access some of the videos on those projects. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. And
Okay.
also at times when you search a content which is related to the video, you automatically see it there without typing my name.
Okay. All right. No,
Yes.
I understand. I know about that, but I was just saying that
Okay.
if someone is
It's
viewing
specific.
this, yes, is viewing this video right now, and should he or she want to know about this particular projects you're talking about, he can access your personal YouTube channel. Is that correct?
Okay, yes, yes. You just go to the search bar and just type my name, search, and it will take you there directly.
Yep. All right. So yes, guys. So
Yeah.
and you want to now move on to the other project, the automated hand wash machine. Is that, are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready for that. Okay, the automated hand washing machine is simply an Arduino-based project which have sensors on board so that interact with the physical environment and take responses and give out what we want. So this project the way I've made it now is mobile, such that you can carry it and place it might be in a public environment whereby anybody can use it. And it also has rechargeable batteries such that you can recharge the system. Though the section for the hand drying is 220 volts, since the heating element there is it requires very high voltage. But I'm planning that with time, I'm going to make I put an inverter system there such that our environment now, at times we just have electricity failures, and if I leave it that way, might be if you go to dry your hands where there's no electricity, it will not work. So I'm just trying to implant an inverter inside such that when there's electricity flowing on this our normal electricity, it's going to automatically recharge so that when it goes off, the system will still be functional. Then in there, I've used sensors which detects human, like when you come to wash your hands, there's a section for soap. When you go there, you place your hands, it's going to provide you, it's going to give you soap. Then when you remove your hand, it stops automatically. You move to the second section where it contains water. You go there, it gives you water as long as you want. Then when you remove your hand there, it's going to stop automatically. Then the last stage, you just go replace your hands. What is going to happen is there's a relay in there which interact with the microcontroller, which is Arduino, which is automatically going to switch on the hand dryer, and it's going to dry your hand. And when you see that it is okay for you, you can leave, and it stops automatically without you going to turn on stuff. So it's just automatic. You don't need to touch anything there. You just place it. That's how it functions.
Okay. That's exciting to hear, Desmond. And we'll be happy to later in the future maybe have a video that demonstrates on how the project is going to function. Posted, the video is going to be posted on the Sylver Tech Space as well as on your personal channel like you discussed earlier. All right, nice. Does anyone has questions around it? Rodrigo, do you have questions around that project?
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Oh, nice. Enes, do you have questions around that project?
Yeah, the project is really interesting. What I wanted to find out is, you said it's going to be in such a way you will wash your hands with dry the hand.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Like, wanted to find out. Does it mean will you just come and place your hand and then sanitizer comes out and water comes out, or you actually have to press something for it to come out, for it to detect that someone is at someone needs this at this moment?
No, the system will be on. It will be
Okay.
it will be continuously on, such that you don't need to go and press any button. There are sensors there that detect your presence. And during when I was doing the coding, I had to set a particular distance that when your hand is there, it should be able to give you water. Because if you don't set a distance, might be somebody can just be passing nearby and you just start flowing. So you need to go there, and you don't need to press any button or anything. It's just automatic. Everything is controlled by the sensor and the microcontrollers.
Okay, it's good. That's good. Because I have been seeing some things related to this, but one question always comes to my mind is I don't always see the people who implement it, but I'm lucky to have met one. So I wanted to find out, like, I wanted to find out like during your coding, like what time specification do you give for the machine to be able to send out sanitizer or water when the hand is being placed? Like for how long, which how many seconds or minutes when the hand is being placed?
Okay, for that, I didn't set a delay time for that. It is such that so far as might be it should not be a way that when you are washing, might be water flows, then stop, wait for some time, then come again. No. As your hand is there, the sensors are continuously detecting and it is continuously giving you water. Might be your hands can be too dirty and you need to stay for a longer time. So far as you leave, it stops automatically. You don't need to, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, I
Oh
love
wow.
that. Yeah, I love that. It's like maybe you don't want to set a duration like okay, the water can flow for just a while and stops when you still have dirt in your hand, right?
Mm.
So
Yes, yes,
it stays on, the water keeps flowing for you to wash your hands as long as you want it to be clean. And when you stop washing your hands, the
exactly,
water should stop and you move on to the dryer, and the dryer starts automatically, you dry off your hand. Is that correct?
exactly.
Okay.
Okay. One thing I wanted to find out. Um. Okay. I don't know what measure has been put in place. What what happens in case the sanitizer gets finished? Because I think it's a container that should be attached to it where the sanitizer comes out. What happens when it is finished?
Okay, when it is finished, it's something that I can I'll be monitoring it once in a while to check the level. Though I can still make it such that a sensor will be there to read the level of a liquid such that if it is below a particular level, like for the soap, the liquid soap, it is going to like produce a buzzing sound for me to know that this one is finished. But for the water, I can connect it to a normal water line such that it reads the water level, then when the water level is below a particular level, it turns on a valve to fill in. And when it is at a particular level, the valve switch off. So I don't need to be filling the water, but for the soap, it's something that we buy and it's expensive somehow. We need to make it that way.
Yeah, this project is you are building, we are building it for users, right? You are building for users, so it's not just you, it's not just going to maybe informed by you, but it's something that users can be able to replace the soap when the soap is finished, the liquid soap when the soap is
Exactly.
finished. And and you also have the option to disconnect the the automated dryer and then change the location. So sometimes you may have it connected to a water supply source, sometimes you may not have it connected. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. The thing is, the system is going to have a water storage.
Mm-hmm.
And also it will be connected to a water line, water supply line, such that maybe if water is not flowing the water supply line, the one in the water storage
Can
will
still
still
work.
be able to give you the water. Yes, it can still work.
Okay, and so the one
So
in the water storage, when it runs a little bit lower, it can inform the user to that, so that the user can add water to it or maybe connect to the to a water source. Is that correct?
yes, for that for water, I'm planning to make it. Though for now is a particular storage that I refill it, but when we connect it to a water line, we don't need to like inform the user that the water is down. The system has to automatically refill it.
The water.
You don't need to know if the water is finished. You just need to be using it, except for the soap.
Yeah, I understand. That's what I'm saying. Yes, for when it is not connected to a water source, it informs the user to refill. When it is connected to a water source, it doesn't has to the user doesn't have to do anything. water is auto refill. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yep.
correct, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, yes.
Nice. So does anyone has any other question, guys, before we move on to the last project? Okay, so Desmond, are you ready? You want to go on with the mobile application that identifies communities and gives us details about the communities, please?
Yeah. So this one
Is this something you
is
can share?
simply a mobile app in which
Do you
no,
have it on on your laptop that you want to share, or is just on your phone?
on the on the laptop I have a preview of the codes, but on the phone I already have the app installed there. Though anytime I update anything there, I connect it to the computer and it automatically uploads. So I don't know
Yeah, we
if it can be
can't.
seen. So this is it. Yeah, let me do some setting. This is a list view of the app, such that in a particular subdivision, the names of those villages that make up that subdivision are on this front view.
Yeah, sorry,
And
we
when you
can't.
click
We
on
can't.
any of that village, is
Sorry for interrupting you.
this is just an yeah.
We may not be able to see it right now, but we are going to later show it in subsequent videos. So just
Exactly.
explain to us a little bit how it's going to work.
Okay. It's going to work by first of all I'm taking a particular subdivision, and under that subdivision we know it is made up of villages. And when you click on any village, yeah, it's going to give you a brief introduction about that village, maybe, and also give you the fund that is ruling that village, of the quarters that make up that village also. So I'm trying to um, implement it to be given, because let's just say for a particular village, if the fund is missing, I need to update it and put the name of the new fund. So it's not going to be like something that is fixed. If there's any update within a particular village, I have to update it. And this app is going to work such that you can use it offline. Like if you are in a rural area and there's no internet connection, you can get information. You can just tap on the app, you get information without trying to like say internet connection, nothing will be displayed. So that's how the app is going to function.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, we want to. So for our users, so as we develop, as you continue to develop with the project, we hope that in our subsequent videos someone can come on this Sylver Tech space and can have a look at the demonstration, because we're going to do the demo for the application. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Does anyone has a question around that application for him here right now? Rodrigo, do you have a question around the application, please?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question is it for a targeted area, or you can work in other divisions as well?
For now, it's for a targeted area, but I'm planning to expand it to other divisions or subdivisions. But because I need to gather accurate information, so it's not something to just hurry and get informations which are not correct. So I need to investigate, get accurate information before I implement it.
Okay.
All right, and this is going to be in Cameroon, or is it around the world? Can I see it in a village in India, or a village?
No.
Can I see it in a village in Kenya or Rwanda?
No, for now it's just in Cameroon, but maybe with time I'm going to expand it. though you need a lot of research. So
Yeah, I would love to see in a village in Rwanda or Kenya or Namibia, Nairobi, right? A village in maybe in Namibia.
I understand.
Yeah. Thank you, Desmond. That's an interesting project.
Okay, I just wanted to find out from this one. Uh,
Yeah.
what are the requirements for one to be able to run the app on the phone? Is it both
Okay,
Android and OS or just Android? And if it is Android and OS, what are the requirements?
okay. For now, it's just Android. You can run it on your Android phone, tablets, and the requirements are at least if you have an Android with an Android version of, let's say, 5 and above, you can use it. You'll be able to display on your mobile phone.
Okay. Is there going to be any like form of registration, or what are the mode of access for someone to be able to access the content that their app is providing?
For now, I don't,
It's like
there's no
Best Desmond, you are breaking a little bit.
restriction. So far as you just download low signals.
Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I was trying to say that when you download it, you don't need to register. You can use it as you download it, install it. You can be able to just get into it and explore what you want to explore.
All
okay.
right.
It means the app is free.
Yeah, it's free.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. It's a
Yeah.
very
So
interesting project.
yeah,
I
since
like that.
is he doing requirement gathering at this time from the initial conversation, so we hope that maybe it may change as changes are coming on the development of the app. We're going to communicate it on this Sylver tech space, guys. Is that it? So that's what I think. Any changes that comes up, he can bring them up over here and he can share with the public over here on Sylver tech space. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. I would say that those are interesting projects that you have, right? We'll be happy to see them as the projects are being developed. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank
talking about those projects. Nice.
you.
Okay, Rodrigue, do you want to share with us some of your projects that you have on GitHub, in your repository on GitHub, or at this time?
They are not yet set. So they are not yet ready.
Oh, okay. The codes are not yet completed. Yeah. Subsequently, when we come up in the next video or next session, when we come up together, you can show us the projects that you have on your
Yeah,
on your repository, so that, and you are also going to let us know if they are public projects or maybe private projects.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think that was it for this session today. Except someone has something particular that he or she want to talk about. I think this is what we have for this session today. Does anyone has any other thing that he want to talk about before we end the session, guys? All right. So, Desmond, please, can you help us and stop sharing your screen so that,
Okay.
yeah, so that we can be able to stop the session. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Desmond,
Yeah,
for stopping.